Hello, everyone. Looks like we're about ready to get started. Both of our runners are getting ready and in position for the run. I am Cluter. We are getting ready with the next match in the Rock Me to the Top Random Toolkit 2.0 State Display Edition. Very long name. It's going to get longer next time, I'm sure. For those of you who aren't already aware, this game is using the randomizer, so the randomizer allows us to, in this case, it's going to be almost completely vanilla. The only thing that's changing here will be the randomized monster at the very start and the randomized items. So we get to see a little bit of that. The other non-vanilla part of this is that we're using the state display. It's a nice little tool developed by Chai. Oh, hello, Dreamy.
Oh,
My
wait.
commentator just joined us. The other, the state display is a nice little tool that we can see up there at the very top above both runners' windows. It tells us information about the runner, their inventory, what floor they're on, their level, what experience they're at. Gives us all kinds of information. So it's a nice little tool. This is kind of a test run to see if we want to start using this on leaderboards a little bit as well. Kind of a nice 2-in-1. Because currently it's not allowed on the leaderboards, but hopefully that'll change pretty soon. Looks like both of our runners are just about ready to start. Cool.
Stan Knight's having a little adventure
Oh yeah.
as he prepares. Getting those pre-run jitters out of the way.
Looks like we did get a countdown, but nobody started moving. Oh, there's delay. Oh, okay.
Well, I guess we'll have to see if they take off. There they go. Okay,
Oh,
we're
there
all
they
right.
go. All right, there we go. So, do we have any predictions on what the eggs are going to be? I'm hoping to see a kid in there, because, you know, it's one of my favorite monsters. You know, I developed the high kid strat.
Looks like Shawnee is predicting a Dreamin' out there in chat. I'm going to go ahead and say maybe a... Oh, well, we see
we got
Napless as
Napless.
one of them. I'm going to guess Unicorn for the other one.
All right. For the second one, I'm going to go with Palumpa. Napless is a really interesting monster. It's really hard to use, so I don't think that we'll see a lot of it being used. It does have a nice ability, a nice talent that doubles the hit points of any monster that it gets fused to, so we might see runners fusing right off the start here. But I don't foresee them using it because it'll stop and go to sleep every few turns. It's not very good.
Ooh, Life Wand, Diamond
And a
Shield,
Diamond
Binding
Shield,
Ball.
that's really good.
Holy
And a Binding
moly.
Ball.
That is a good set of items to begin with.
I expect we will see our runners hatching these eggs right off the bat. We do know that it is not an evolved monster because it does have a name on the color.
Hula opting to just get a quick start.
Yep.
I think he's gonna make a run of it. If this is a Garuda, he's gonna feel really bad. It's a Weedog. He is alright.
I think Weedog has no spell. Really, the only benefit of Weedog is that it hits kind of hard. So I don't know. We might see something here.
Looks like Poulet was taking quite a bit of damage on Annapolis. He had to move it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so normally you start the game with a fire monster, and it makes these floors pretty easy, but water monsters are going to have a little bit of a tougher time. Thankfully, Naplises are really, really tough.
And there is something to be said here about water monster strats. Most of the monsters in the tower that you're really worried about are going to be fire monsters, so... It's not so... Wait, Napless does have a spell. I was wrong. Okay.
I believe the way it's set, your starting familiar will always start with a spell.
I think my strat then would probably be to fuse that Napless into the Weedog.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what I would do.
I'd just be too worried about Napless falling asleep.
Yeah. I guess we will have to see if they end up regretting it, or if they
Yeah.
find something else along the way.
You can make Napless go to sleep on command. Does that restore MP? Is that what that does?
It restores HP.
HP, okay. Oh, apparently Napless can only fall asleep at AI 5, so it's not actually a concern.
Well, there we go. Thankfully, they're not going to be doing a whole lot of AI 5.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see much of that. Both of our runners are still on floor 2, taking a little bit of time to find that elevator. So this is kind of an exciting match, really, because Sand Knight and Poulet are two of our oldest runners in the community. They've been around pretty much from the start. I think they have been around since the start, in fact.
Yeah, so Sand Knight, I believe, was the one who started the Discord community and all that.
Yeah.
And
Poulet was there right at the start or shortly thereafter.
Yeah, and not only that, but Poulet, former Azure Dreams champion, and Sand Knight, I can't remember if he's won any of these, but he's certainly been close to the finals in just about every single tournament.
Well, I remember in my first tournament, Sand Knight broke the world record. Again, playing against me. Still have not quite recovered from that. So yeah, he's definitely a good runner. I think we'll see a very interesting match. I figured that this is probably going to be one of those matches where there's a good chance that both runners get to the end, but, you know, the tower is the tower, so who knows?
Yeah, I've said it before, and I still believe it, that PouletSansTete is maybe the most consistent floor 40 runner there is, and Sand Knight's not too far behind, so I absolutely would not be shocked. I would be more shocked if these ended up being short games.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're going to be in this one for the long haul. We do have... I think one of the big... oh, never mind. They have Diamond Shields. I was going to say that those Cyclones are going to be kind of an early game menace, but with those Diamond Shields, they're not taking any damage.
Diamond Shield and Life Wand is about as breezy as these early floors could possibly be.
Yeah. I don't think... I am a little bit surprised at how slow the two runners are going, considering that they've got a lot of trading potential here with their current sets. I would expect them to be taking a lot more risks than they are, but I suppose that goes to show just how careful and consistent they are. We do have Poulet finding that Noah breath ball, I think that was.
Yeah, I think they might want to build some levels on the nap list before they really get going, so...
Yeah, typically you'll see a lot of runners getting their levels up, getting their gear up before they hit floor 6, and then they start running, because floor 6 through 10 or so is kind of scary.
Yeah, their items so far have been pretty... outside the starting items have been pretty weak.
But it looks like it was fine. There's a short trap, and there were no monsters in the room, so that's good.
Yeah, they're basically just looking for spell balls or like one-shot items, and they're not really getting it right now. That throwing the troll hammer.
Troll hammers work pretty much just like swords for throwing, right? They just do a nice little chunk of change for damage.
Yep.
Sand Knight is making it to floor 4. He is not going straight into the elevator. Again, he's going out looking for more items, looking for a little bit more experience. Something to consider, once we hit floor 6, we will start seeing blooms, and unlike another diamond shield on Poulet. That's hilarious. We might see them switching items to see if one is blessed, but I doubt it. There's too big of a risk of it being cursed.
Yeah,
our runners are sitting
cushy. That's
warp trap.
Not good.
It'll probably be fine, given how tanky Napless is. And Poulet did immediately set Napless to AI 1 so that it wouldn't be going anywhere. You can go right back to it. And it's fine.
Yeah, thankfully, even if he had a monster run up on his Napless, they have so much HP, probably would have made it in time.
Yeah. Napolis could probably just AI-1 kill anything that was in the room with it unless there were multiple monsters.
Yeah.
Poulet moving up to floor 5. Just a couple of coins in that room. Wow, that's
a lot of balloons.
Walked into that room, saw 3 balloons, just walked right back out.
He's like, no thanks, I'm all good.
Oh, but the elevator was in that room. I don't know if he noticed that or not. And it looks like...
I think he's stuck fighting these.
Yeah, he is. But he is fighting them from the high ground, so that's not too bad. Especially with all the defensive gear he has, it's not going to be any problem for him. We did see Sand Knight pick up a Gulf Wand that Poulet did not pick up, and Sand Knight also got hit by that same Warp Trap. Looks like that's probably gonna be fine, because he's got the elevator right there. If Sand does use that Gulf Wand with his Napolis, if he gets a Wind Seed, he could get that nice, I think it's 50% damage boost for using the same type.
Actually, a little bit of surprise here. Poulet did just skip floor 5. He's absolutely just decided that, despite having not the greatest set of items, he's just going for it.
Yeah, I mean, that's generally the strat that I tend to go for, where it's just go fast all the time. But I play New Game Plus, which is a lot more consistent. So I'm not too familiar on any percent strats. I know that the general consensus is that you want to get a lot of items before you hit floor 6, right?
Yeah, usually you would scout up to floor 5, and then after 5 you would start just skipping to the elevator, but Poulet is crazy. He will do what he thinks is right, and a lot of the time it's going to turn out fine.
Yeah, he's a very high skill runner. Got Poulet up on floor 8 now, with Sand Knight lagging behind on floor 5. Poulet is getting a little bit of a lead. I think that's got a lot to do with the fact that Sand Knight did decide to explore floor 5, whereas Poulet did not. We do see Poulet fighting a clown here, which is kind of risky. Clown can hit you with a level down spell, which will take you down to 1 experience lower than the current level that you're on. So if you're on 5, it'll take you to level 4. It's not too big of a threat, but it is kind of annoying.
I like the 2 HP head bonk from the Napolis taking out the clown.
That's pretty good. I think Napolis has one of my favorite attack animations, where it just headbutts. We might... Oh, no, the Napolis moved back, so it's gonna be fine. I was gonna say we might see an instance of the Bloom trying to brainwash the Familiar, but that did not happen. And Sand Knight did get separated from his Familiar, but he immediately found the elevator, and he, of course, on floor 6 next to the elevator, so it's fine.
Poulet now getting into the fire floors, so it's going to be a little easier for him for a while.
Yeah. With that nice, kind of bulky water monster, that should be just fine. He is just kind of hanging out.
So yeah, according to Shawnee, Poulet was in the Discord less than a month after it was created, so...
Okay.
Right there at the beginning.
Was that a trap on the elevator? I didn't see one, no.
Something happened? Poulet's just chilling?
Poulet go AFK? Poulet doing a quick restroom run, got it. Well, that will give Sand Knight a chance to catch up, so that's good for Sand. Both runners, I believe, did pass up that limit fruit, which is just a critical hit item for a short time. Moving on to floor 8 with that clown again. That was a paralyzed trap, but the clown did not set it off.
Nice pickup.
Yep, picked it up, 65% chance, and just threw it down the hall.
60% of the time, it works 100% of the time.
Is it 60 or 65? I can never recall.
It's some weird number. It's like 63 or something like that, I think. I could be wrong.
Both runners are getting a little bit low on their MP.
Limit fruits last 96 turns? What the heck? I didn't know it lasted so long. Holy moly.
Does it actually last 96 turns? I don't think that's true.
That's what Wugga's saying. Oh, Sand Knight just using his familiar to walk the brim away.
Bait. Hey, it's a strat. It's a pretty good one, in fact.
First binding charge here from Poulet. Getting rid of these nasty clowns.
That has 4 more charges left on it.
Solid 96 turns. That's crazy.
According to programmers' notes, it is a solid 96 turns. That is ridiculous. I'm gonna start using those.
Yeah, shout out to my boy programmer, wherever he is, for all the work that he's done for this community.
Yeah. Dan Knight did pick up that Noah Breath ball. It's going to be really useful for breaking down monsters that you don't necessarily want to fight. I can never remember. Noah Breath is water, right?
I thought it was a tornado, so I think it's wind.
Yeah, I can never remember between Noah and Nia which one it is.
Now you're making me second. Okay, yeah, Nia is water, so I was
Noah's
right.
Nia is water. Okay, cool. It looks like we will have Sand Knight pulling ahead.
Oh, did he slip ahead?
Oh, nope, never mind. Poulet is getting through the elevator just a little bit faster. Looks like Sand Knight is maybe hanging out for a little bit and grinding up some experience.
Yeah, that's pretty common in tournament runs to get some levels on 10 because it's easy and safe.
Yeah, and it's a little bit more about consistency, I suppose.
Sleep.
Because as opposed to in a speedrun necessarily, you're trying to go as far as you can.
Yeah, I don't blame Sand Knight. When you're against someone like Poulet, who is usually extremely, extremely fast, sometimes you just say, screw it, I'm gonna play really slow and safe and hope that he dies to something really, really unfortunate, and sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't.
Yeah. I find that that's a pretty common strat when you're playing against what you feel is a more competent opponent. You just hope to play slower and more carefully than them and let them get themselves downed on the tower. Looks like Sand Knight is taking the time to take care of that Dreamin'. It just came right back.
80 HP on the Napless already.
That's ridiculous. That's so much. That's that double health talent coming into play there.
Yep. Despite tanking a whole bunch of hits from that Griffin, he's still over, like, almost over half his HP. It's crazy. Yeah. And that's why Napless is pretty good.
We are seeing both runners getting into the 20s on their MP. Sand Knight is a little bit lower than Poulet on a lower on the same floor now. So I don't think we're going to be seeing too much more of that familiar unless they start whipping out those pitas. I'm not sure what they're waiting. Oh, there we go. Sand Knight using that pita right now because it gives 50, and both runners can make full use of that pita right now.
Yeah, Poulet's sitting on 2 while Sand Knight only has 1, so MP is definitely going to be a concern for him down the road.
Yeah.
Well, he can still fuse the Wee Dog, I guess. But
he could.
He's going to lose levels on it if he does.
Yeah, he will. And
actually, yeah, he should have saved, if he hadn't hatched it, he could,
if he had known ahead of time, but
beat it.
There's not really any way to know that at that point. we see
Another
Poulet hitting
warp
another
trap.
warp
There's
trap.
been so many.
Yeah, there have been quite a few of those.
Whoops. Yeah, just go for the elevator, I think.
Yeah, probably. See that volcano spitting out a rock, which is nice because that gives you that nice one block of distance.
I appreciate that he checked that fruit. You never know if it's going to be a roche fruit.
Yeah, and a roche fruit would change this run completely. You do see Sand Knight picking up a second PETA, so both runners are about equal on MP right now. Although Poulet is a little bit ahead, but he's also 2 floors ahead. We do see Sand Knight trying. Sorry, not Sand Knight. We see Poulet trying to take care of that Garuda there. It being a wind-type monster, it's a little bit more of a threat than it would be if you had a fire-type monster, so it's kind of hitting hard, and it's always got that risk of abducting you or your familiar.
Yeah, even after he changed the genus to water, it was still hitting pretty hard. Frog trap! So many traps! But thankfully, none of them are killing our runners.
Yeah. Fortunately, there weren't any... Ooh, we do see Sand Knight finding an egg that I do believe that, that Poulet missed that. That being on 13F. I forget what egg that could be. No, we've got something in the Discord.
It could be a Garuda.
It could be a Garuda. I thought it could be, but I wasn't sure if they started on 15 or not.
I believe they start on 14. Assuming I'm not misremembering. It might even be as low as 12. But yeah, there's a good number of possibilities that would be really solid.
Yeah.
11 is the lowest you can get one, wow.
Wow, that's ridiculous.
Wugga's saying that his floor is the best possibility for getting it, though. So,
Alright.
Yeah, I would absolutely go for the hatcher.
Yeah, probably. I think I would do that as well. So. Yep, and it looks like Sand is hatching that egg, probably hoping for that Garuda.
Ooh, that's a nasty room. I cannot believe he's fighting this. I wouldn't.
I wouldn't either. He's probably getting really bold having his Naplus next to him. Because it can tank a lot of hits, and if you're lucky, then all of those hits go on your Naplus just like that.
Ah, he's okay. He's okay.
Yep, worked
He
it
wants
out.
that hatch.
Got that egg about halfway hatched. Did not start with a lot of percent on it.
We're seeing Poulet take some time to grind up a bit as well.
Yeah, because this is a fairly safe floor for this.
Yeah, they're both playing surprisingly slow and safe. Alright, here we go. What is it? It is a Garuda! Oh, no, that's so bad for Poulet. Holy
Yeah, no
moly.
kidding. This just turned into any percent.
Yeah, so Sand Knight is absolutely going to take the Garuda Express here. No,
Oh yeah.
no ifs, ands, or buts. He's going to ride that right to the top.
And we have found ways to make Garuda strats completely safe, right?
Yeah, it's pretty...
By stepping into the spot that your Garuda is abducting into, right? And he gets taken
and then
right
onto
it.
the elevator. Oh my.
Oh, that's so good.
And so what small lead Poulet had earned for himself is now, unfortunately, in jeopardy.
Yeah, it's not looking so good for him now.
Again. Oh my gosh.
Oh, 2 in a row. That's so good.
So yeah, Poulet is just praying that something really unfortunate happens to.
Yeah, because
Sand Knight
Poulet
at this
did
point.
not actually find that egg on
Yeah.
floor 13.
There is
Or if he did,
no
he never
way.
picked it up.
There's no way he can keep up at this point, especially with Sand Knight hitting, like, the craziest RNG teleports every time.
I was half expecting to see another RNG teleport right to the elevator there again.
Yeah, I was waiting for it too.
I wonder how many of those we're gonna see, because Garuda is really cheap to... Oh, and he fed the C-Seed to the Garuda so that it's not at risk of any fire monsters, because those are the biggest threat to it right now. Sand Knight is opting to not just teleport past these monsters, but rather try to pick them up and deal with them.
Yeah, Poulet hit a warp trap, but thankfully was right beside the elevator. Gonna release, yeah, get out of here.
Dog. Oh no, I'm sorry, he's releasing the Wee Dog.
Yeah,
probably
just a waste of a slot.
Sand Knight abducting right back into the same room.
Poulet getting really low here.
Yeah. Oh, is he gonna lose his... Oh, it looks
oh no!
Oh!
Bless.
Wow.
That was either really lucky or really calculated.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you want to go for round 2.
Yeah, I certainly wouldn't.
Oh, this is so scary!
Yeah, it's really dangerous. He's playing a dangerous game right now. Fighting those, oh!
Oh, he missteps and that's his familiar! Oh no, Zipfix couldn't get worse! So Poulet is gonna be chugging through his items now, just trying to get as high as possible, which may actually help him, because he kind of needs to just be fast, but I just don't know that he has the item base he needs to pull this off.
The silver lining in all of this is that you play a lot faster when you don't have a familiar. Sand Knight Poulet finding that truth glass. Sand Knight is having a really hard time finding that elevator to the 18th floor.
Checking his other egg and seeing that sadly it's nothing good.
Yeah.
Oh, another egg though. That could actually, in a crazy twist, that could still be a Garuda.
Imagine Sand Knight gets 2 Garudas.
I just think it would be really funny if Poulet got into this really bad spot and then pulled out a Garuda.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
Alright, everybody, let's all pray for Poulet here, so we can have one of the craziest matches anybody will ever see.
I'm hoping.
Oh no! Of all the things to steal. That's so brutal.
Yeah, that's not good. Sand Knight does land next to that floor 18 egg.
See if Poulet can find that that picket again, but I don't think he's gonna look for it. Getting the pick up there, and Poulet is gonna move on. Having, oh, he didn't even take any time to start hatching the egg. I don't know if I don't know if he's gonna bother.
It could be well worth his time, but there's a good chance that it's just not.
Yeah, maybe if he finds another truth glass, he might take a look, but it looks like he is committing to a familiarless run.
Yeah, it looks like it. And he is still ahead of Sand Knight for the time being.
Yeah, all pickups every day. Sand Knight, surprisingly, he had a good couple floors of abduct luck, and he's been struggling in the last couple.
protects those two wee dogs, but one of them does appear to be asleep, and he's getting out just fine. Not bothering to check out any of those items. Using a seed to speed up himself, Poulet is making it to that elevator. He's just barely holding on to his lead.
Ooh, monster spawned on the item. Still just barely keeping it. Sandknight's right on his heels at this point, though.
Yep.
That is a rough room. What do we got?
Not where I would want to be right now.
Dio Wall.
But he did manage to... That Viper did not wake up, so that is good. Ooh.
This is looking grim.
It is. That Unicorn could spell the end of this run.
He's trying to decide what he's going to use. Thankfully,
Yeah,
that Palumpa is going to protect him for a minute here.
Yeah. That is one benefit that he does have right now.
He's got a big entourage here. And there's the elevator again. Oh, and another egg!
That egg. I mean, it's absolutely worth it to trade that one hit point for that egg.
Yep. And Sand Knight has finally taken the lead.
Sand Knight has taken the lead.
Oh,
he does
boy.
pull his familiar into his bag so that it doesn't get beaten up. That could turn out to be pretty bad here.
That's such a good animation. I like that one.
I do as well.
Yeah, it's sad. They had so many good animations for stuff that you're never going to see in a vanilla run.
Sand Knight is getting a nice little train of elevators. It's good for him, but it's also good for Poulet. Looks like Poulet did not find that other egg that that Sand Knight found.
Yeah, still staying within one floor of each other, despite Sand Knight having a huge advantage.
Really
Yeah,
holding it together.
testament to our boy Poulet.
Yeah.
You can never quite count him out. Which
like...
does mean that, like, if Sand Knight hits like a bad trap or something, Poulet can still absolutely win this.
Yeah, Poulet is not out of this. The tower is the tower. Although Sand Knight is getting that good luck on that elevator, but Poulet is finding it at the same time, so they're still keeping it neck and neck. And they did both see the elevator on that spin. How are they going to deal with this? Poulet is deciding to use some of his items, whereas Sand just decided to run.
Wee dog egg.
Wee dog egg. Did
Not quite enough.
Kill.
He can use a Nova Breath.
Just about any of the spell balls will kill at this point.
Leveling up is good for him. He needs the HP at this stage. Come on, Truth Glasses. Yes! We're gonna see what that egg is. Hopefully.
Could be big.
He's gonna be kicking himself if it is a
there on that elevator to check out what that egg was.
Alright, let's see it. What is it?
A
Picket egg! Oh no!
Well, if he can find himself a Maneva, that's not too bad. Oh no, he is just past the floors where he can find a Maneva. So there won't be any duping in this run. Oh,
Sand Knight taking it.
Fortunate. It's a lot of damage. Yeah, something just like that could end this run for Sand Knight and give the win to Poulet, because they're still neck and neck.
Yeah,
actually,
Poulet just took his lead back.
Right now.
Safe abduct in apostrophes.
Yeah, safe.
Hapless, 134 damage, still lives. Those darn things are so tanky.
They are.
Speaking of Manoivas, Poulet sidestepping one.
Oh, did he juke one? I was watching Sand Knight at the time.
Yeah, he carefully maneuvered his way around one.
I think that's probably one of the coolest techniques in this game. Just visually, it looks cool every time. And it makes you feel cool to do it.
Ooh, that's an early
staring
killer.
down that killer. That's terrifying.
Just throw the picket egg, no problem.
Yeah, that'll work.
We did see that Poulet's first attack ball is now out of charges. It was only a 4-charge ball, so things are getting a little tight for him.
Poulet is standing right next to that elevator. He did drop the ball, so he didn't accidentally try to use it later. Sand Knight is just chaining abducts, trying to get that elevator. And there it is.
A nasty room. He's gonna have to check that spell ball. Weak. Unfortunately,
that's not very good.
Nothing good.
Oh,
another egg.
This is an egg-filled run.
Yeah, this might be the most eggs I've ever seen in a run ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just hit the warp trap here. Absolutely. Just, oh no!
Yeah. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, no! It could not have gone worse.
And he is in one-shot range of that killer, so he has to deal with it in case it crits.
Yeah, oh, wonderful. Nothing going right for Poulet right now.
Sand Knight lost his Garuda.
That could be what...
That could be the difference of this run.
Yeah, Poulet did hit, is currently in the lead. So, if Sand Knight falls down here, this is it. Sand Knight, though, he has significantly more resources in his pocket right now. He does still have the Naples that he can pull out, just a tank, if nothing else. I didn't see what ball that was.
Poulet stepping on that slow trap. That's always a scary trap, but as long as there's no monsters nearby, you're fine. Ooh, and stepping into the attack range of that killer.
That is...
sorry, that tyrant. He has to do something about that, or else it just kills him next round. Looks like he did get the sleep. It's not just a one-turn sleep, so he is fine.
Yeah, I like this. Just sit. Get some of that HP back so you're not a one-shot. So it looks like Sand Knight did retake the lead here. He is going to pull out his Naples, so he still is technically at an advantage here. But this is basically the best that Poulet could have hoped for at the time, losing that Garuda. And yeah, with 9 floors left, every little optimization is going to count at this point.
Yep. I feel like that, yeah, they're both dealing with the same killer right now. Trying to figure out what they want to do. Don't throw the picket.
Dude, I like it. Noah Bread would kill. Noah Breath should kill, I think, maybe. No, it's win. No, it won't.
Surely not.
A second one will, but that's a lot of resources.
We do see Sand Knight using Mixed Magic to kill it after having paralyzed it. Poulet is retaking his lead.
Oh wow, that survived that.
Really, what an awful room for Poulet. Oh, but he has a Holy Bell, so it's fine.
That was also a big risk by Sand Knight too. If he had missed there, he was gonna get one shot.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, scary stuff on both sides. Man, these spawns have been so nasty.
How does Sand Knight deal with this room?
He also has the Holy Bell. He's okay.
Okay, yeah, he's fine. Oh, there was a prison trap in there. That would have been awful if you had stepped on that.
Oh, that was an Naples again!
And because it was a because that was the starter, it was also a water Napless, so it got that nice damage boost on it for the element. These dragons are fire. Getting followed by that Tyrant, but he is finding that elevator, so he's going to be fine.
Poulet can still pull this off. This is so close.
Imagine beating the Garuda strats. Was that another egg that we saw in that spin for Poulet?
I didn't see it. I missed it.
He's getting that paralysis. He gets more than the one turn. It wasn't an egg. It was a dragon that I saw.
We're going skating.
Poulet is getting curled.
Oh.
Ooh, what an unfortunate place to find yourself.
Yeah, he's running out of charges. It's going to be really tough here.
Looks like he's going to throw the egg, take the risk.
Arachne!
That is unfortunate. But it did turn around the golem because it hit it on a convenient side.
Sand Knight in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, Sand
but it
Knight's
looks
still
like he is going
to... Poulet taking that big hit. He can't afford to take another one.
He's gonna be one shot after this. He's gonna have no issue. Oh, it's the golem! And he just keeps on moving, no fear.
Fortunately, that golem is using its ranged attack, which means that it is wasting a turn. Sand Knight has taken the lead, now on floor 35. Sorry, make that 36.
So the scary thing now is that if Poulet gets curled again, he is dead.
He is.
He's trying to get some HP back, but doesn't get the time.
Sand Knight taking the time to fill up the last of his MP.
Poulet really, really desperately needs some items at this stage. He needs to find some stuff along the way to keep him going, because he has almost no gas left in the tank.
I do believe he is headed towards that elevator, though. Yep, right there.
He is finally out of curling range at the very least, but
yep.
I don't know that there are many monsters that he can take a hit from. We saw Sand Knight see a Barong. He did not take himself to the casino.
He did not.
Oh, that's helpful. Oleum.
Oleums are probably one of the better items to get just because it deletes a monster. You don't have to deal with it. So if you're in a really sticky situation, you can just get rid of it. He might be using that Oleum pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't think he can actually take a hit from a Maxima. I think he just dies. Oh, Sand Knight blind here. He does have a roamer. The value.
Oof.
Yeah, we're gonna see the Oleum here, almost certainly.
He might risk it. Looks like he is using that Noah Brid. It's not gonna do much for him.
Yeah,
I was gonna say he might risk it and use that wall and try to slip past it, but he's guaranteed to take at least one hit if he does that.
Yeah, I think he wanted to get, he wanted to see how much damage he could do because he wanted to see if he could kill it, get some levels, try and get himself out of one-shot range, but no such luck. Oh! I can't believe he lived through that. So
well,
he's basically, he's rolling the dice here. All of his balls are within one charge, probably, of being empty.
But he does get that multiple turn sleep, and he does get away from that golem, so it's probably going to stay asleep for the rest of the match. Sorry, rest of the floor.
There's the elevator, so he's going to need to get some HP back.
Still keeping it close with Sand Knight.
Yeah. Sand Knight, 3 floors from done, and so is Poulet. Sand Knight does have the advantage because he got there first. This is a tough one. I mean, we called it early on that these two are probably going to go the distance, and despite some pretty ridiculous twists along the way, it does indeed look like they are going to 40. He did pick up a Mazar seed and a new binding ball. I don't know why he's not using that seed. He really needs to.
I just used seed right away.
Yeah. Probably going to use that new binding ball. Yep, nice and fresh. So he has at least 3 more charges on that. He's got to hope for some good RNG. He is going to get it, and he should be able to bait the golem here into leaving him alone.
That is one of the nice
That
things about Golem.
is not a good room.
No. We do see that that bell there. That could be a holy bell. That could be really big.
Let's hope.
I would not have taken
Malicious.
the time to step
Oh,
onto
and
that.
he gets
Oh no!
blocked. He's gonna have to take. He can't take enough hits. He can't tank enough hits here.
If he uses the binding on the maximum, looks like that's what he's gonna do. He can.
I mean, he has to hope. Yeah, he has to bind the other one, and he has to hope that they both last like 4 turns. This is pretty rough. Oh, he's gonna get it! I can't believe he's alive!
No,
Oh,
and that puts him at an advantage over Sand Knight, who did just get lucky and not set off that.
No, it's unlucky. It was a go-up trap. He missed it.
This rule set uses go-down traps.
Oh, ooh, that's scary. 39. If Poulet hits the elevator, he wins.
And Sand Knight will just will spawn in next to the,
no,
the elevator here.
This is so scary.
Oh, it's anyone's game.
I cannot believe how close this is. He's gonna just tank the hits. I think that was a little necessary. He does have the binding ball. How does the Thunder Ice Rock work? Because I feel like he hasn't used it once.
I feel like it works just like all of the other ones, but I've never tried to use that one specifically. Oh, and that's it.
Curl! Oh no, he can still win though. If Sand Knight
doesn't make it to the elevator, he still wins this because he got there first.
Oh, this is so stressful.
But Sand does have a ton of resources. I don't see him not finding this elevator short of a prison trap or a sleep trap or something.
Oh,
and
there it is.
The elevator. That is probably going to be the run. Unless something really unfortunate happens in the next couple of seconds.
Yeah, Sand Knight can afford to literally attack walk to it. He has all of the items he needs to just deal with this if he wants to. He still has his Napless. Yeah, I think he just... There's the malicious scroll. Rolling the dice a little bit here. But it is going to be okay. That is floor 40, and Sand Knight is going to take the win in a ridiculously close match.
My goodness, competing with Garuda strats and almost winning. Sand Knight does get the little fruit down there at the bottom, indicating that he won the first round. I'm going to let our runners know that they are good to move on to Seed 2. Yeah, that was an incredible match. I kind of wonder how that might have gone differently if Poulet had found that Garuda egg.
Yeah, Poulet taking a slight break before we go into the next one. But yeah, that... A million things could have changed the outcome of that match immensely. And wow.
That was just incredible.
That's about as close as it gets.
Yeah, Poulet just wasn't able to find that elevator right there at the very end. If he had been able to find that just a little bit quicker than Sand Knight, that would have been it. Such a close match. Kind of what we expect of two of our oldest and most successful runners. Just a really close, very consistent match.
Yep, it is exactly the kind of match that you expect from these two runners, and I don't think the others are going to be that different.
I hope they won't be. Close matches like that don't often come up in a tournament like this, where it can be so volatile. So we have no idea how close they were to a paralysis trap at any point in time. That could have ended any other way if they had just taken a step in any direction that was wrong.
Yeah, it could have been a bad trap. It could have been, you know, just a bit too many monsters.
An unlucky crit.
An unlucky crit. Yeah, there was a couple times that Poulet took some hits that could have easily put him down, and he
Or
survived.
or when Sand Knight Gruta abducted next to that Mandara and took that really big hit. If that had been a
Yep.
crit, that could have been it.
Yeah, that was one hell of a match.
It's like Sand Knight is loading up the second seed, maybe. And you said Poulet is taking a short break.
Yeah.
So what kind of monsters are you hoping to see on this next one?
I like stuff that forces them to be a little more creative. Like Naples ends up playing very vanilla,
Yeah.
and that's why I like stuff like Unicorn, where it kind of forces you to think outside the box or do something different. Uh, of course, it's also always fun to see them suffer a little bit with something like a Picket or a Palumpa.
I'd really like to see a Picket because you can do some really interesting things with a Picket if you've got a little bit of luck. You fuse a spell into a Picket and it just becomes a machine gun. Because it can eat anything and you can just feed it any items and it can just start spewing out spells at as much as you like. It's like a walking spell ball.
Hmm.
Well, not quite like a spell ball. Spell balls calculate as at a higher level, but they're not a bad
Still,
monster for sure.
still pretty useful, yeah.
Yeah, Sand Knight was one of the first people to really start singing the praises of the Picket. So I think it'd be a little bit fitting if he managed to get himself a Picket here and could start using some of those strats.
All right, looks like Poulet's back. We're gonna be jumping right back into it soon.
Chad is saying that they would like to see a killer, and we've been seeing a lot of calls for killer throughout a lot of this tournament. A lot of people want to see killer, and you know what? I'm with them. I'd like to see somebody run with a killer because you don't see that monster used a whole lot.
Yeah, killer would be fun. Yeah, you don't generally have your monster direct attack, but killers might be the one weird exception because they hit so darn hard.
So a little fun fact: up until relatively recently in my Azure Dreams career, I thought that killer was a wind monster, so I always used fire spells on it. No, Killer is in fact a fire monster, which I feel like should have been obvious just from the particle effect when it hits you, but I did not pay that much attention.
Yeah, because it's green, right? Or
Yeah, it's green and blue.
yeah. Yeah, I remember being surprised when I found out it was fire as well.
Sand Knight is showing off that U-boat trick where you can sink a Ko into the floor. It's a nice little thing to do while you're waiting for the game to start. I'm not quite sure how this, but it's always very funny. And now he's showing that you can get up on the roof and in fact on top of the safe. Sand Knight parkouring around while he waits. Looks like both runners are in fact ready, and they're ready for the countdown, so they'll begin any second now.
Countdown has started, and we are gonna jump right into it.
So I'm really hoping to see a Palumpa, as always. I love Palumpa. It's one of my favorite little monsters. I think Killer would be really cool. I'm always a big fan of Kid as well. It's kind of just better Kyun.
Whoops. Pula stepping out for a second. But it's
Uh-oh.
okay. I'm sure we can forgive him.
Yeah. So, Dreamy, I don't remember, were you taking part in this tournament as well?
No, I've been out for the last couple because they take quite a bit of time, and
They
I've been a little
do.
too busy to make that commitment, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was approached for joining. Oh, looks like both runners are off, finally. We're about to see what our very first monster is going to be.
Yubo, there we go.
Alright. No, he named himself U-Boat.
Oh,
It is the
Univern.
Univern.
I like it. There we go. I called it.
Poulet was wanting that U-Boat, but it does not look like he got it. Maybe he'll get it out of this egg. That would be really good. U-Boat has a very unique ability that lets it scout out the level, like when you use a star glass. Let's see if our runners get the same kind of luck that they had last time with a life wand and a diamond shield.
What do we got?
Let's see what we've got. Seraphim Sword.
Seraphim Sword.
A sled ball. Alright, these are not
That's,
bad items.
That's a good start.
It is a dark gray egg, so it is not, in fact, an evolved monster.
Gonna be a Garuda.
It's gonna be... No, it's a troll. That's...
So it's gonna be a little bit of a tough go, because I don't think the troll's gonna start with a spell, right?
No, it will not.
So the thing with Unicorn and Univern is they have a room-hitting spell that is extremely strong, but it's super mana intensive.
It is.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they manage that. They're probably going to do primarily fighting on their own, since they started with such a strong sword.
Yeah.
And conserve their mana.
We are getting that critical first level up pretty early for Sand Knight. That first troll is always really important because it gives you an immediate level up, and that first level up gives you a lot of health. Sand Knight is passing on the elevator so that he can go get more items. It looks
Poulet's
like
fusing it.
Poulet is fusing, probably trying to get that fire Univern. Doesn't get any talents or anything out of that. He just gets an element change.
He killed his own monster! Oh no!
Oh no,
Well,
that's so unfortunate. And that was
oh my gosh,
Sand Knight
that
is
Sand
getting
Knight's not
attacked by...
having any luck either.
Yeah, but he only took 1 damage. That's fine.
So this is probably gonna be a short one.
I feel like it probably will be. Or maybe Poulet is just gonna come out and show us all what's what. He don't need no familiar. And
It's
he's just gonna
happened
roll with
before.
it. I mean,
It
look at the
has
last
happened
run.
before.
He showed us that in the very last run.
Yep. Yeah, that's some really unfortunate luck. 2 games in a row.
Sand Knight picking up that Nia Breath Ball, that could be really big. Lots of fire monsters that you would want to use that against. And then immediately using that white sand on it, that's even better. Ooh, but he is getting cursed with that wooden shield. He can remove it with that decurse scroll, but that has more lasting effects than just the effect itself. He now has a permanently reduced luck stat, which works for dodging and crits, I believe.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's tried to swap. Scorch Shield is pretty good, especially this early.
Yeah, he's probably just worried about it for starting on about floor 6 or so, where you start seeing those U-boats and stuff. You don't want to be wearing that thing around those.
Poulet also picking up the Breath Ball.
That's good. That's good for him. He's gonna need that especially. that copper shield. It looks like he did pass up the copper shield, which is good because it was cursed.
And I think he's gonna move on up. So, the one thing that is kind of in Poulet's favor is that, like we talked about, Univern will run itself out of mana really fast, so he at the very least knows that Sand Knight doesn't have a monster that's going to take the distance.
Yeah.
So if he can keep himself going, eventually they will get back to pretty common ground.
Yeah, if he can just outpace Sand Knight here in the early game. Oh, that was a sleep trap that was almost really...
Oh my
a frog
gosh!
trap that's equally unfortunate.
Oh,
He
it's
must
a
be in a
trap
trap
room.
room.
Yeah.
He could go back and use that trap to farm out some white sands and breath balls. That could be really good for him. I don't think he'll do that, though. Because remember, these are go-down traps, not go-up traps.
Yeah. It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world.
Sand Knight passing up on that Medi Herb. Not oh, nope, he went back and grabbed it.
Yeah, this is at least one of the benefits to starting with a good sword, is that you can kind of grind out your first couple floors on your own.
Poulet is picking up quite a few spell balls. He's getting quite a few resources here. Unfortunately, everything that he's picking up, Sand Knight is also going to be able to pick up. Both of our runners are on floor 5 now. This is the last floor that they will explore, likely. I was kind of hoping that that might be a malicious scroll that Poulet picked up as opposed... Sorry, a restore scroll as opposed to a malicious scroll that Poulet just picked up.
Oh yeah, that would have been neat.
That would have been really good for him. Would have been able to get him back in the game with his familiar.
Yeah, we saw our first Earthshaker used from Sand Knight. Also, using its physical attack, which is also an option.
Yeah, and that Univern is at 50 of its MP. I think Earthshaker used 20.
Was it? Maybe he used it twice and I missed it. I thought it was 10.
It could be. I do know that it is quite a lot. Poulet and Sand Knight keeping it neck and neck as always. Fire Crystal for Sand Knight, so Poulet will probably pick that up as well. It's a very useful item because it helps you delete some monsters. And Poulet immediately finding that egg. I don't think there's too much that's going to be too good there. He could get a Cyclone. That'd be really good. Mostly he wants Sand Knight to not get...
Dreamin' egg? Oh my god.
Oh, that's tragic.
I think Clown would have been the best thing he could have found there.
For sure. Clown would have been really good.
Oh yeah, U-Boat also would have been good, but Dreamin', probably the worst that he could have gotten there.
Yeah, for sure. Probably just going to use that as an egg bomb. There's another Earthshaker. Oh, for a moment...
Yeah,
I thought it might have crashed.
Yeah, he shook the game so hard it crashed.
Those AoE spells are always a little bit unstable. You never really know what they're gonna do until they do it.
Yeah, so we see Sand Knight's Univern already at half MP.
But he does have a PETA as well. So once it drops down to 30, that would be the optimal time to use that.
So Poulet is starting to try and just avoid fighting if he can. He's getting a little bit low here.
Yeah, he's getting kind of beaten up here. Floor 6 through 9 tends to kind of do that to you.
He still has 2 medicinal herbs, so he should be okay. But yeah, he's getting into crit territory. He's going to go ahead and play it safe and eat his herb.
Which was probably the best idea to do there.
Yeah, as someone who has died in a tournament run to a crit that I thought I wouldn't get hit by. It's always better to be safe than sorry.
Another malicious scroll there. A very useful item because it helps take one monster out of the fight, more or less. It can also act as a spot to block monsters in a one tile long hallway. Sorry, one tile wide hallway.
Yeah, so we saw Sand Knight use his Pita Fruit, so he is on his last MP now, making some good value out of that Earthshaker.
Ooh, Rust Trap. That is unfortunate. Sand Knight did walk into that U-boat. Probably not what I would have chosen.
Oh, big crit!
Ooh, that is unfortunate. Sand Knight does spend a little bit of time there regaining his hit points. And he has escaped to floor 10. Meanwhile, Poulet is still dancing with all of these water monsters. He does get those two U-boats stacked up on top of each other, so that's good.
Yeah, he is being forced to backtrack by all those monsters, but hopefully it will pay off for him. And it does! Look at that. There's the elevator. And he is moving on
Sometimes those
up.
obstacles are a little bit more blessings in disguise.
Sand Knight into the fire floors now. He never did switch his Univern off of Wind, so it's going to be a little bit less useful for a couple floors here. Does use one of those spell balls, another really great animation that you don't normally see. And Poulet is going to move up as well.
Yeah, I think the only way you can normally see those spell ball effects is by having a monster use those spells under that element as a direct spell.
Yeah.
So you don't see that a whole lot. A familiar bell, that's always handy. It's one of those items that you don't really think about until you need one.
Sand Knight trying to decide how he wants to do this. He is going to share the damage with his Univern. It actually won't attack anybody but him, though. Those Bull Trolls, they're nasty.
Yeah. Bow Trolls always target you instead of your familiar. He is taking the time to beat up on that volcano, probably hoping to get a little bit of extra experience. He does kill it before it wakes up and gives him any damage.
A lot of decurse scrolls this run. We are seeing Poulet start to chug through his resources. He does have a good amount of them, so not really shocking.
Sand Knight trying to pick up that volcano, but it did not work. Got it on the second try, though. Oh, but an unlucky bump trap caused him to drop it. Looks like he might be in a trap room, considering that there's two traps there next to each other. Did try to throw that volcano out into the hall, but it didn't go far enough, and it did come right back to him.
Yeah, I think he just uses a spell ball at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like, things have been going so wrong, he's like, ah, whatever.
He does get that star glass, which hopefully he can use at some of those later floors, which are kind of scary, like maybe in Viper Town. Poulet is closing the gap, getting onto floor 12. Poulet did not drop the... That is the second rust trap that he has hit. Looks like Seraphim did not rust. And Poulet opts to just immediately use that star glass.
So we're seeing Sand Knight once again take the lead here. Moving on up to floor 13. And Poulet still has a pretty good item base. He's still doing okay. Picks up an Olim. And despite being familiarless, he is, as expected, keeping a good pace.
Sand does walk into a warp trap, and it doesn't put him anywhere particularly useful, so he probably will drop his monster onto AI1. He does not drop it onto AI1. It just walks right back to him, luckily. How loyal.
Well, it's
And I
got wings,
believe
right?
I
Just
do.
just fly on back.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I do believe that because they hatched this Univern, they can't pick it up, right? As opposed to if they had evolved the Univern.
Ooh, slow trap here on Poulet's side. He's gonna have to be a little bit careful. He does find the elevator, but he is gonna wait out the trap. Just playing it safe.
And so Poulet does take the lead now. And he spawns right in a room with the other, with the next elevator, so he just goes right to it. That mule does not wake up.
Surprised that Sandknight didn't use the volcano to boomerang the griffin there. I think what he's gonna do is he's gonna pick up the Univern and then
I
hit
don't
the
think
warp
he can
trap.
pick up a Univern.
Oh yeah, it's fat now.
Yeah. If you had hatched it from a unicorn, you certainly could, but I believe that Univern is too heavy to pick up.
It's so unlucky.
We do see Sandknight being a lot more careful about how he chooses to use his MP. A lot of the monsters here will not go down with that Earthshaker ability, but he has found the elevator and he's going to go up to floor 14. Poulet is up on 16 now, about to be 17. Looks like he does not want to stick around and see if he can find a barong to get some items off of, which is probably wise. Oh, and Poulet gets lucky that Maneva decides to turn into that wind crystal instead of following him. And Poulet is using a nice little trick where you can force the Picket to pick up an item that you're standing on, as opposed to anything that's in your inventory.
Ah, it's the same one.
It's the same one, just came right back, like a boomerang.
So Poulet actually still holding the lead.
Yeah, he's doing really well for himself.
If he takes this one to 40 again.
I would be not exactly surprised, but I would be very impressed.
Me too.
Ooh, Sam finding a diamond shield. Gonna go ahead and drop that -1 steel shield for it. It is not cursed, so he
Yeah, I was waiting for that to be cursed again, and I was gonna laugh.
And because Poulet is at a higher level, he did not find that diamond shield. He will not get it. Diamond shield, not the most useful item right now, because we're starting to get into that territory where your defense doesn't matter too much, but it'll be useful for a little while still. We do see that Poulet is about to get into Viper Town, which is kind of scary.
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, he has to do something with that. He can't risk another pickup.
Sandknight's still getting that Earthshaker value.
Getting 2 kills off of it, and he'll probably get some levels, which will also...
Oh, this is not good.
It's absolutely doable, though. Oh, not like that, though.
So unlucky. Oh, and he rolls.
Oh, no!
That's
He gets the bad 1 and 8.
So...
Unless something really unfortunate happens to Sand between now and floor 20, that's it. Sorry, make that between now and floor... Yeah, nothing bad's happening on this floor.
Yeah, so...
Well, he is deciding to fight.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Well,
Oh!
you spoke too
okay.
soon. You jinxed him.
I did jinx it.
The
Commentator's
commentator curse. So, this is still anybody's game. If Sandknight hits a bad trap here, Poulet could pull this off in another ridiculously, unbelievably close upset, but we will have to wait and see.
And is returning his Univern. He does not believe.
I wanted him to pull out the troll, be like, yeah, here we go, level 1 troll, let's do it.
I wanted him to do that, but it looks like that is not the strat here.
You know, if he had actually picked up like a bow gun at some point, running the level 1 troll could have worked because you can use it to boomerang.
That is true.
He is going to Star Glass.
Which means that he's probably just going to get out of here. Something bad has to happen pretty quick if Poulet still wants to win this, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
And that's it.
There it is.
That's game 2, and the set goes to SandKnight. We'll let the runners know and see if they still want to do a third game.
Looks like Poulet is in for a friendly third. I don't think SandKnight has noticed. Oh, he just noticed.
Yeah, he lost his Univern to the bomb trap on floor 1. That was so funny. Alright, I will be right back as we get ready for the next round.
And it looks like SandKnight is also in for a friendly third. So we will get a third match out of this. See if Poulet can pull it back from here, redeem himself a little bit. Poulet cuts out just in time for for him to get kicked by Nico. Poulet is loading up his seed so that it can be checked real fast. Poulet has decided to name himself Bomb Trap after the very thing that caused that run to go so poorly for him.
Well, you gotta show respect when the bomb trap one-shots your monster. Unexpectedly.
Commando. Alright.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen Poulet go down so fast in any tournament ever. That was just really unfortunate.
Sometimes that is the nature of the tower. It just tells you that nope, it's not your day.
Yeah, unlike any other game, like no other game I've ever seen, sometimes this game just tells you that you lose, and there's just nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. I mean, even still, despite all of the bad luck, our runners were almost into the 20s. So they were, you know, halfway up the tower, even despite. So just goes to show, you know, these two are used to working under adverse conditions.
So what are we thinking for monsters?
Well, I got my unicorn. I think I gotta say maybe we root for them getting something like a kid or a mule, something easy.
I want to see a Palumpa.
Oh, the cruelty.
I want to see both eggs be a Palumpa.
Oh my gosh, that would be so funny.
I don't even know if that's something that can happen or if the randomizer won't. It looks like both runners have
they're going.
going for a glitched entry.
So they're getting one shot, and it's gonna have no spell.
I don't even know if they coordinated this or not, but
I'm sure they probably had an agreement beforehand.
Yeah, because they did not mention this in the Discord at all.
This is gonna be a good one.
You always know it's gonna be great when the runner's both gentlemen to starting off with glitched entry. They both did that in about the same amount of time, too.
Alright, let's see. What do they get?
Come on, Palumpa.
Steel Sword, Weak Ball, and it's an upgraded egg. So it's gonna be something good.
Well,
It's not even checking it. They're just going familiarless.
Oh, wow, they really are just going commando then.
Well,
alright, respect.
Probably gonna be a quick one.
Oh,
quick
for
friendly
sure.
Third.
Sand immediately getting smacked with a trap, reducing some hit points, but it doesn't look like he's gonna fight anything in time for that to matter. Sand's got that truth glass, but he doesn't even care.
Pumping up that sword, he's gonna need it.
Oh, for sure.
Using the weak ball on the flame.
Normally, we only see weak ball used in order to kind of scout out a room without having to actually go in, because the camera will follow the weak ball projectile.
Oh, scary for Poulet there, but he does come out okay.
I'm seeing someone in chat calling for a 100% tournament, and I'm gonna need you to not say such cursed things. That's awful. Looks like Sam was kind of worried that he was in a trap room. That's why he smacked the floor in front of him.
I mean, I think the one good thing about doing a 100% tournament is that at least every match would only need to be one game. You don't really need to do a set of 3.
That is true. Each match would also be, like, I don't know, 10 hours.
Yeah, SpeedGaming, we need this channel for a 10-hour bracket every time.
That would be awful. I could see maybe a bookless tournament, because that's gotten down pretty low, actually, hasn't it?
I don't know. I don't really follow it. It was a little bit long, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding. I had somebody...
2 hours-ish? That is crazy fast.
That's nonsense.
How do they get it down so low?
I don't know, but they know something we don't.
Yeah, I don't know how I would do it.
That's why they're up here and we're over here.
Yeah, we're just the enjoyers. New Game Plus's attorney would probably be like 440 every time, right?
Yeah, probably. It's super consistent with Cycloboat and High Kid. I think that would really be the only variation you see, unless we banned High Q.
This is just under 3 hours, which is still crazy fast.
Poulet is doing a whole lot of trading right now, and
yeah, he's living life
not
on the
looking
edge.
so good. San might be joining him in not looking so good here in a moment.
I don't understand how San plays without the HUD.
I do not know. Well,
Maniac.
I suppose when you have the state display, you don't really need the HUD.
I guess, but I don't know. It triggers my anxiety, I guess. I'm
Right?
like,
Like,
I need
not
it.
being able to look up there and see the hit points.
I need it.
It makes me scared.
No Haikyuu, no duplicate. I still feel like that's so easy.
Okay,
Like, what?
But see, Shawnee, that would make me sad.
I mean, what, you just level a monster to 99, right? And then you never have to worry about anything?
No, because there's no dupe glitch as well. New Game Plus, you have to hatch the monster on screen, and then, you have to enter it with a level 1 monster, basically.
Ah.
So you can't just walk in with a level 99 monster.
Or like a plus 99 sword.
Yeah. You can go up to +2 on equipment, and I believe you can have 7 charges on any spell ball.
Just grind up 7 acid rains. Okay, so you do, let's see, you have +2 trained one, you do like a high kit or something, and then you do 3 acid rain balls with 7 charges each.
Acid rain ball can only have 1 charge on it for New Game Plus.
Ah, that makes sense.
Is basically sort of like what they would spawn it naturally, what they could spawn it naturally.
So we're starting to get into the tough floors here. Fighting is getting a little dicey. The struggle of the familiarless run will hit soon.
Yeah, they're gonna get to the point pretty quick where they can't really just fight anymore because they just get out leveled too quickly. The monsters get too strong.
And Kula heads on up. He did pick up that gold sword for throwing material.
Which always does a surprising amount of damage.
Yeah, early on throwing swords and stuff is really, really useful. Especially when you have the inventory space. Sand Knight missing the chance to take the Warp Express.
I don't feel like he needs it.
Shomuro Seed is a good pickup.
Yeah, that's always really good.
So many herbs.
Oh, he's just getting an express elevator through all of the difficult floors here.
Yeah, they're moving on up pretty quick. Another steel sword. And I think Poulet's going to follow pretty shortly behind, just getting a little bit of HP. Try to recover some of the HP that he's traded away. He's going to kill this balloon.
I used to love that balloon death animation until I started speedrunning.
Yeah. When I was a kid playing this, it really tickled me.
Now it just makes me sad.
And Poulet is gonna move on up, get the elevator train that Sand Knight was just on, and they're gonna start getting into the tough floor. Sand Knight in a little bit of a tough spot
Sand
here.
Knight's in a dangerous spot here.
He can
I don't
actually
believe.
get value out of that malicious scroll. Yeah, you can get 2 for 1 here.
Oh, man, hitting that bloom there was good. It doesn't look like that U-boat actually did get
Yeah.
confused. That's really unfortunate. Looks like he might be using that egg bomb. He's got to do something because he can't take both these hits.
He's still in a bit of a tough spot. And even if he egg bombs, I feel like he's... Yeah.
Oh,
Ow.
that was
Oh, that's
unfortunate.
so unlucky. Uh... That's not...
He's gonna have to survive 2 hits with 1
Ah!
Oh no!
Our boy! And wow, it
And
low
Poulet is
rolled.
walking into the same trap right now. Wait, how is he alive?
The Bloom low rolled him. He survived with 1 HP.
Oh my goodness.
He's got to get the 1 and 8 here again. Are you boomerang it? Yeah, I like it. They're all fighting. So
That was
Sandy,
incredible.
1 HP and no resources. He is going to move on up, but at what cost? I think this is going to be a short game 3 here.
Oh, I think so as well, but I think they
Yeah.
kind of knew that when they gentlemaned to Commando.
Yeah, it's all about the fun. I'm surprised he went for the pickup there. He could have just taken the elevator. He wouldn't have gotten shot. Oh, he
I think
wants
he
the
wants the
experience. He's
experience.
getting greedy.
I mean, he kind of needs it. He's at level 5.
Yeah. Sand Knight does have the lead for the moment.
For
But
now.
Poulet is hot on his trail, and Poulet is juiced to the gills with herbs. He's on heavy stimulants.
Why does he have so many?
I don't know.
I mean, I guess, like, Rome is valuable, Antidote is valuable, Cure-All is always valuable.
Yep.
And
Leather shield here for Sand Knight.
as well, Poulet did get to floor 10 without using up all of his malicious scrolls.
Yep. Sand Knight is getting shot.
He's
He's
got that,
1 bow away from being dead.
he's got that nice, leather shield, which probably helped him dodge one of those hits there. That's the only reason he's still alive. Although... Oh, that was so lucky.
Think you have to Holy Bell this. I think he... Yeah, I wouldn't have even used the Malicious Scroll. I would have just gone with Holy Bell.
I
You're
think
not getting out of the room
right.
without it. I mean, he can also skip a turn and pray to RNGesus.
There's no way that that volcano takes it out.
Oh,
that's so unfortunate!
How many times did he get hit by a 1 and 8 this run? Yikes, that is...
I want to say twice.
So, Poulet, sending some bad luck over towards Sand Knight this round. He just has to hit the elevator and he will win the friendly game 3. Malicious Scrolls, normally a pretty consistent item, not really working this tournament.
Okay, you say that, but they work terribly for me.
Maybe I'm just lucky. And there it is. Poulet is going to go on to victory in game 3. We will see if the runners want to hop in here.
Using the malicious spell as BM, I guess. Alright, there we go.
All right, we're gonna get our boys in here for some post-game interviews. We're gonna get to listen to Poulet talk about his suffering.
So if anybody has any questions in chat, be sure to put them now so we can ask when they come up.
Welcome,
Hey there,
welcome.
Sand.
Hello, everyone.
That was ridiculous set of matches.
That was some nonsense.
Yeah, I've read that match one was pretty hyped, so I really need to watch that back.
Oh, that
Dude.
was so good.
Yeah, game one was probably one of the best games I've watched. It was so absolutely insane. Poulet did not get the Garuda egg.
There was a Garuda?
Yeah, there was a Garuda in game
Oh,
one.
there was Garuda, yeah.
You missed over it. Sand Knight got it on what, floor 14, hatched it on 15.
Something like that, yeah. And then it died a painful death.
Yeah, it died in the 20s, and you guys were like within 2 floors of each other the entire run. It was crazy.
Wow.
Well, actually, well, no. Poulet had an early lead. He was zooming, and then yeah, you just immediately caught him with the Garuda, and then he ended up losing his familiar, and you guys just stayed neck and neck right till 39. Poulet had hit 39 first, and he died just before you had the chance to get to 40. So if
did he get the go down trap on like 37 or something?
I don't think so.
That was not okay. That was so not okay.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So I just want to talk about how that first seed had more eggs and warp traps than I've ever seen.
So many eggs. Oh my gosh.
It was pretty, yeah. There was a lot of things going on there.
It was excellent, yeah.
And then, yeah, that second game was just not Poulet's round, man. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to talk about it.
Just losing your Univern right off the bat like that.
Dude, his second room, he hits a bomb trap with his Univern and it kills it. Wow. I was like, oh my god.
So, Sendai, it went like this. I arrived on floor 1, so Univern, like, sure, AoE magic, lot of MP consumption, I'll hatch the monster, hopefully it's good. Troll, okay, at least it's fire, I guess. Got on 2, merged them together, walked literally one room, and then boom, bye.
Yeah, I didn't use the I used the Univern quite a bit, but actually I didn't intend to bring it back very high. I was just using MP when I thought it was clever, and I knew I was going to burn through that MP, but I really don't like Univern as a pet. So I was like, yeah, when it's done, I don't care. I'll just use it as a ball, right? When it's got no charge, it's fine. So I was really not trying to bring it, but it did save me a few, like, sad rooms that I could just, bam, that's it, done, move on. Which I guess you didn't have as a tool. But it's not a tool I like to have.
So, so Sand, can we talk about that third seed, floor 9?
Yeah.
What in the world was that?
The terrible luck, my lord.
Yeah, are you talking about the double malicious scroll? Yeah. It's actually quite a clever play. I'm kind of proud of that play still. Like, picking up the U-boat made me able to move diagonally, which forced the bloom into that already there confusion scroll, which got me out of there alive. But yeah, it was just a bad Congo line. I should have dealt with it, but I didn't have the inventory for it. And I got out of there with 1 health. I'm like, yep, this happened. But yeah, then at floor 11 and crossbow trolls everywhere. It was just no surviving that.
Wait, Poulet, did you egg bomb in game 3?
Yes, I did.
Oh, what was the egg?
Cuny.
Right.
Yeah, I did as well. It killed the clown, which was okay, I guess.
Yeah, we were really hoping that it would hit that bloom instead, but it did not.
Yeah. I knew there was a high chance that was not happening, but I knew that I could survive a hit from the bloom with 1 elf unless it crit. So I was like, well, you know what? Try it. Doesn't matter what it is, and I was already considering I was dying there anyway.
Dreamy and I thought that you couldn't take that hit and that you were done there.
Oh, yeah, I knew I could survive with 1 health unless I roll, or I think I6 was already a high roll. But
yeah, I did not expect you to get out of that situation. So when you did, we were pretty happy, but it was looking pretty grim for you after that with like 0 items left.
But you know you've got a bad plan when your plan is I need to pick up that U-boat with 62% chance to be successful, and then there's 2 confused monsters on my side which might actually decide to hit me. So none of that needs to happen. Still need to get the pickup, and if all of that happen, I should be good with 1 health.
Yeah. Yeah, and you got really unlucky with the 1 and 8s too.
Yeah,
so
at that point there was no saving
questions
anything.
From chat on that one of 8s. Actually, how do both of you feel about all of the 1 and 8s you got hit by in this challenge, in this run? Like all 3 of these seeds, there were a ton of 1 and 8s that you guys got hit by.
Well, my series and tournament got over by losing a 1 in 8, and I got exactly lethal by the spider. I had exactly 27 HP. It hit me for 27. And I was actually 1 step away from being at 28, so I just had to not lose this 1 in 8 and I would have been in. But yeah. So I don't feel very good, I feel very Wooga-ish.
Yeah, yours seems to be much more heartbreaking because mine, I did die to a 1 in 8, but to be honest, I had 0 plan out of that room anyway, so it didn't matter much.
Oh, my bag was loaded, I had stuff, and I thought this is good enough so I can go through and hopefully keep going without my monster, and maybe it can happen, but then it did not happen.
Yeah, if you were surviving that 1 in 8, you would have gone, but if I was surviving mine, I was still dead, or I was just, I don't think there was a way out, unless, like, lucky pickups in a row and dodges and stuff, so... It's always sad when it happens, but to be honest, I didn't have a plan out of that room anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were thinking that you would use your Holy Bell to get out of that room.
Yeah, but they can still crossbow through the... They can still shoot you. There was no way out. I don't think so.
Oh yeah, you're right. They can still shoot inside the room.
Oh yeah! So not getting into any diagonal or straight line with any of the both rolls? Yeah, that was not happening.
It was definitely a rough situation.
Yeah, we were all surprised, I think, when you two seemed a gentleman to doing the commando run, because we didn't see any mention of that in the Discord, and we're like, did they communicate that behind the scenes, or...?
It is in the Discord.
It is in the Discord.
Am I just blind?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Eat your raw herbs like your mother told you so.
Well, boys, I think we can go ahead and call it. If you both have time, I highly suggest you go back and watch that game 1. It is, again, one of the best matches of Azure Dreams I've ever seen. It was so fun to cast and be here. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to SpeedGaming. And if any of you are out there, please join the Discord if you enjoyed this.
Yeah, thank you, Kluter and Dreamy, for the cast. I'm sure it's awesome. So, from Send Knight of the Future, you did a great job. Thank you very much.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
and have a good night.